Hello dear students, welcome you all to the 35th lecture of macroeconomics. And today we will discuss saving and investment equality, and under this we will see Keynesian criticism of classical view and how Keynesian define the saving and investment equality. So in previous lecture we have seen that the classical view, and there we discussed that in the case of full employment, that savings and investments, they both are in equilibrium position, and if any any disturbance comes in full equilibrium, or if investment decreases or increases, so with the help of interest rates we can get back the equilibrium. So this was about the classical view, but Keynes, he didn't agree with the classical view, which says that the equality exists between saving and investment, and if any disturbance is coming, we can bring back to equilibrium with the help of change in interest rates. So according to him, it is the change in income which brings the two to equality. It means the interest rate doesn't play a big role according to him. He said that income plays an important role in bringing back to equality between interest rates and savings. So when we was discussing the curve, that time we have seen that we was discussing only about the change in investment. Okay, so that point was the point of disagreement according to Keynes also. So he argued that in classical theory, equilibrium via the rate of interest we are saying, but we are shifting only the investment curve, and the saving curve does not change. We have seen that saving curve. I will go back to the slide to show you once again what I am talking about. So this was the previous slide. So Keynes said that this S and S1, this curve is always fixed. Only we are changing the investment. Okay. So according to him, the both curve should move if this is the situation. So he said that whenever the investment curve change, there is a change in saving curve also. There should be a change in saving curves also, but this concept was not explained in classical view. Okay, so further he disapproved this classical view that saving and investments are equal at full employment level. And in his opinion, he said that full employment is a rare phenomenon. Means very rarely it happens that everyone is employed in an economy. Okay, and saving investment equality is found at less than full employment level. So he argues that we can get the saving and equality at a lesser than full employment level. It means below the full employment also we can get the saving and investment equality. So he fully disapproved the previous classical view, because he argues that only investment curve is changing and there should be a change in saving curves also. And he said that full employment is a rare phenomena, and he argued that we can get the saving and investment equilibrium at lesser than full employment level also. So these are the disagreement or the criticism of classical view given by Keynes. So based on this, he defined the saving and investment in such a way that in his theory, saving is always equals to equilibrium. Okay, this is called accounting equality also, which he defined. So he defined that how much ever consumption and investment of goods is happening, he said it is national output. When we was discussing national output, we also seen that when there are only two sectors available, so consumption and investment will be your national output, and consumptions and expenditures will be your national income. Okay, so he bring back these two concepts here, national output and national income. So he said that output, whatever we are producing, consumption is happening and investment of again happening, so it will go to improve the national output, and consumption and expenditure will become the national income. So we know that by definitions of national output or national income, the both terms are almost equal. National output equals to national income. So when we was discussing the various ways to calculate the national income, okay, so that time we have discussed these things over there. So this national output is national income is there. It means consumption goods C plus investment goods I should be equal to consumption C plus expenditure S. So C plus I is equals to C plus S. So both the C will get cancelled, and from here we can get the equilibrium condition I equals to S, for which there is no assumptions like full employment. Okay, so Keynesian told that the basis of saving and investment equilibrium is national income, not the rate of interest, which was set by the classical view. So this is all about the saving and investment equilibrium. So 2 points we have, 2 ways we have discussed. First was classical view, and another was Keynes or modern view of saving and investment, which says that national output is equals to national income. And national output, if two sector economy, consumption plus investment will be national output, and national income will be consumption plus expenditure. So both the things we can put in equilibrium. So consumption and consumption from both sides will cancel out, and investment will equals to saving. So this was Keynes view. I hope you understood the concept. If still you have any query, you can ping me on WhatsApp, or you can come to college. I can help you there also. Thank you so much for watching.